You know, like you have to put in a lot of work just to be able to hold your ground in like the pickup games that pros play in, and that's kind of how a lot of individuals are getting noticed. And obviously, the same goes for the team. So as you mentioned, yeah, just from every angle, Counter-Strike scene requires a lot of time investment. As
Yeah.
you can see, we are live into the pistol.
But
It
are
would
we?
appear, although in interesting, yeah, we are. I'm assuming this is an interesting, just little tactic between Config and Farlig, waiting to blow open the vent to pounce on something, or just playing at a middle, a centralized rotation point, I guess we'd call it.
That is interesting. I wonder how this will play out. If you're coming in from the T side and you see that vent unbroken, you are going to have a really weird issue to try and deal with, right? Do you break it open yourself? That's going to give it all away. Either way, it looks like the real fight is going to be happening at the A-bomb site. Blamer first to spot someone, but Glaive with the early headshot, taking down kenzie right off the bat. Blamer with a couple of back-to-back headshots on the USP, and that is a great way to slow this hit down. No bomb plant allowed right now. It's dropped all the way back here, and they're going to go for Jerry. They run him down before he even really gets a shot here. So Sorty's going to be on his own 1 versus 3. I like the strategy from forZe. This could have worked out, right? If they get in, they get the bomb plant down, then they've got Sorty coming in here with a P250 on a long flank. That's not a bad idea. But once the main hit doesn't work and there's no bomb plant, then this isn't a plan at all, is it?
No, not really in any way. Now we'll just see if there's some individual heroics. 1v3 does have a P250, so he's got the right tool for the job. One quick headshot would be excellent, and his first contact will be Blame F. And ooh, he was looking the wrong direction, but there's the tap. Now into a 1v2.
Yeah, suddenly it's doable. 20 seconds, though, so I don't think the bomb plant is what you should be searching for here. Just try and find those fights right now. It's going to be so hard to get a kill and jiggle out the bomb, but yeah, he's going to run to the file again. That'll be the end of him. Nice early start here for Astralis. I still think the idea for the T side was just fine, so I don't have an issue with it, but nicely done on the CT side to begin with.
Yeah, 3 kills for Blame F right out of the gate in the pistol. Really well done from him. Glaive just hiding. Good little bait setup for Blame F to get some easy ones, double tapping right at the end to close it out. So 1-0 for Astralis. The upset's going to have to wait a little bit longer to get underway.
I think this is an interesting way to phrase it. Basically, Astralis is the project where you're just thinking now, I wish these people could play at the level that we know they could play at. But you're right, there is a lot of them. I mean, Sib might be one of the more almost criminal ones these days, right? Where you think, well, wait a minute. There used to be a point in time where everybody in the world would be afraid to be in a 1 versus 2 or even a 1 versus 3 against this guy. But it feels like that's almost distant memory by now.
Yeah, it is. It's like something we look back on very, very fondly of the good old days of the Clutch Minister.
Yeah.
But certainly haven't had to talk a whole lot about it outside of nostalgia for a while now. Yeah, I think there's a certain element of like, I don't know if I want to call it role confusion, but still, I mean, that's what's so scary about this. It still feels like this Astralis team is trying to figure out a way to make it work. So they're moving pieces around trying to find the comfort zone, and it's just not happening over such a long period of time as well. Jerry's going to be the last one left. Good fighting in middle from Astralis. They do lose 2 players, but those guns can be recovered still. And a 1v3 for Jerry with a deagle.
Yeah, good mechanics on Config, but you could tell he was maybe not quite ready for the final fight there, which is all right. He already did enough. So Jerry out there with the deagle, looking to do a bit more damage to that Astralis economy if he can. He's got 1 player isolated, swings for it. Oh, he tried to do the 180. Ooh. That is such a quick turnaround. Oh, wow. Farlig will still take him down. But, I mean, that's a pretty good round. 3 kills like that on the forZe side. They're going to be happy with it. Not able to buy into this round because no bomb plant. But still, it's a little bit of an impact. You know, this is... I'm gonna throw this out there. I'd be surprised if anyone in chat is going to be recognizing this. But I really like the name Jerry for a Counter-Strike player because that used to be one of my favorite players in Danish Counter-Strike on a team called Level. Level Jerry. You know, I don't know if anyone's gonna remember that. You might, Jason, but otherwise, so just to say, a little bit of history since we're feeling nostalgic anyway. I'm gonna throw it back to like I don't know, 2002 or something.
I think Jerry would be a cool name for like a dog, like a pet.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that could work.
You could be. Yeah.
You want not too many syllables in that, right? Something you can shout across the, you know, when you're outside. Can't be too long,
yep.
So.
Come on, Jerry. Let's go. Time for food.
Not bad. Not bad. Something to work with there. It's going to be... Are you planning on getting more dogs? You've got 2 already.
No, I don't. I thought we'd see if we could make the cast descend a little bit more into insanity than the analyst desk. So we're right on track. Glaive has 2 challenging him at the bottom of ramp. Plenty of utility, plenty of support behind him, and he might even just get activated to move forward. And at that point now, with that kill from Config, he's going to waste no more time. 3-0, nice and quick.
All right, so that actually makes up a little bit for the previous round where they had the 3 casualties. So coming into this one with just surviving it cleanly, it's a pretty good look. But the real test is going to be this next one. Yeah, blame of just having a field day down in the underpass here. But we'll see. 3-0 in favor of the Danish side. AWP being picked up on forZe already, and AKs for everybody else.
Well, everyone over at the A bomb site are 4 players for forZe, ready to line up for an execute. Only 1 player in mid. That's going to be Shalfie. Ooh, good shot from farLek up on top of the stairs. He's blinded, falls back. Smoke goes down, and here comes the lurk.
Sneaking through. Ooh, if he can get the timing down right in my workout, Glaive. That's a long range with the MP9, but he is still able to win that fight. Shalfie comes in with 1 horn right to the smoke. He takes down Blamev as well, and Jerry will add to it. What a knockout punch. Some of those kills did not look likely at all, but they found a way to do them anyway. Config and Sip now 2 versus 3. Config sneaking around with an AWP, misses the shot. He wanted to go for it behind the flashbang, but it wasn't really timed well enough there, and now Sip is on his own. Bomb plant, it's only just happened, so he's got a tiny bit of time, but realistically, there should be no way to win this one. Oh, that's unfortunate. The wooden post there blocking his view. That's a rare miss right there. Sip gonna go for it, and he'll take down Jerry as well. He does have a kit in front of him, so he could try and run for this one. Picks up the AWP and a lot of grenades on top, but surely there's no way. This should be...
Oh, you'd have to... Yeah, this is absolutely impossible. Yeah, there's no way. Even if he puts the Molotov in the right place, Shalfie's going through that no matter what happens. But we wanted to hear something about a clutch ministry. We wanted to see some of that back in action. We almost got it. 2 kills in the 1v3.
Yeah, not a bad shot at all there. A little bit more time, maybe a little bit more health, and there would have been a way. But this second kill here from there, if you're Blamev, what do you even do at that point in time? Just take your headset off for a minute, take a deep breath. Don't let the teammates hear the frustration.
Flashbang is out. Ooh, run boost or just a boost up to look down. Didn't get the peek he wanted, blinded, and gives up the angle. Blame F has been real frisky in middle to start this game. He's been more than happy to take some of these fights. He's got a teammate peeking off catwalk. That's Config. He's even got farLek and Glaive coming to join up with him at top connector. This is a trap. Astralis want to take control of middle.
That is a pretty good Molotov to stop one part of the push there. So yeah, now they're fighting at top mid, but they could really use that underpass part of the push here. forZe's guy lined up, and now the Molotov is gone, so Kenzie could be put into play once again. All right. Astralis are fading back from that peak there. Once they don't have the Molotov, once they have to fight at 2 angles, they really don't want to be doing that any longer.
It's a cool idea though, right? Like you get like your 6 seconds or 7 seconds to like see if you can find the fight that you want. And obviously it wasn't there at the right moment, but I mean, kind of a cool idea to be able to challenge middle. They're going to get the fight just a little bit later.
There we go. Glaive walks right into it. No setup with any flashbangs or anything. forZe's patiently waiting. Oh, but he gets caught. Nice Deagle headshot from farLek. Beats the AWP. And he's looking everywhere right now. He's going to be so careful. Blamev will hunt him down. That's the bomb loss. So they're coming out. They're taking the A bomb site, but it doesn't really matter. They don't have a lot of time. Jerry... quick running with that AK-47. He keeps going, gets a headshot on Sip, and they might lose this round anyway. It's Config on his own. 1 versus 2. The smoke is up in front of him, and he tries to find a kit and maybe a rifle too. They're right on the other side with no health at all. Any bullets tagging them on the other side, and they'd be gone, but they managed to escape. They're going to get the bomb plant down, and what a shocking turn of events here. Config now to try and clutch it and save his team in this round that was set up so nicely for them in a 1 versus 2. He's sneaking forward, looking for it any which way he can. Oh, a little bit of a spot there and a straight headshot. Look at the box, taking him down. And now Norway on the other side has to try and see if he could do something to keep away. He can't take any fights here. He has to just wait it out, try and bait Config into it. Does have the kit, but a lot of patience there. Now he's going to go all the way for it, and he's still waiting. Way too patient. Oh, wait, he cut. Oh, there we go. I actually thought he came off it for a second, but fair enough. He did hold it all the way through. Second time was no fake, and that's going to be the round for Astralis.
Yeah, you're not going to stone cold someone twice like that. Not Config. That's a rough call to make, but you can understand why. Just no HP. Probably felt his options were super limited. Good win from Config, but man, that was scary. I mean, it felt like forZe turned that around completely. Yeah, that's a wild thing. I mean, they had all the advantages of Astralis in this before Jerry got involved in the action, which is just crazy to think about. This turnaround, like the strength of positioning, but 2 quick kills in a 2v3. forZe almost pull it off. BlameF again, double kill. Oh, he's gonna go for 3. Almost had it. It's already down to 44 health, but BlameF does work early.
Yeah, he nearly had that last one. That is still putting his team in a pretty great position. The Config knows or feels like maybe someone is still locked up there behind the cart. So, ready with the AK. Not exactly a player that is afraid to take a fight, Config. Which some of the time can be really cool. It can backfire. There are rounds where you feel like, ooh, if Config would have just played that one passively, maybe they keep the man advantage. And yeah, he's either getting called back or more likely just calling himself back. And they're in T-spawn as well with Glaive sneaking around the MP9. So there is a heavy timer on this clock right now for forZe. So they need to go.
Yeah, they have no idea. They have no idea the timer's even there. Not yet, at least. Blocked off by smoke. Oh, this is going to do so much work. Glaive is going to have so much information. At least a double kill surely takes the shot. Both players inside of the smoke are able to trade it back. But 3 on 2, they both know where you are. Everyone's location is discovered. Config, gotta hold that off, and he can't win the fight. Somehow Jerry's done it again.
Yeah, finding a way back in. Sip will spot that out. Yep, he's calling in for forZe. They know, and a lot of noise on the other side. So forZe definitely knows what's coming, but he'd love for Sip to get a bit closer. Great headshot, and what a follow-up as well. Taking down Jerry. This is establishing a little bit of control here on the side of Astralis. They also denied the bomb plant. Now, they did only survive with a couple of members alive, so their economy is going to be really a little bit beat up. But at the same time, this next round should be a lot easier. So good job for Astralis so far.
I just like the way BlameF is still just looking for these fights every single round in middle. I have to imagine after a successful double kill like that, he might give it up and he might kind of go back to a little bit more of a passive setup. But he's just a nuisance early on in these rounds. That's really painful. And Astralis has shown some tendency to want to control that part of the map in the first 30, 40 seconds or so.
I have an idea I want to pitch to you, Jason, for a product.
Love these.
Maybe we can patent this real quick. How about an esports? We've seen these different pillows that are in the background of some of these players, right? These little small throw pillows. How about like an esports pillow that has just a little bit? It's almost sort of hollowed out, and then you could hold it up to your face and scream into it when you lose rounds, so that it kind of silences it for your teammates or your neighbors.
Like a stress pillow. Like a
stress pillow, yes. You don't have to hold it in. You can just You get Ferrari peeked by some idiot with an AK, and you can just scream it out, and it's all good.
Okay. Yeah.
Something to think about.
Well, how would it be different from just a normal pillow?
It's gonna have LEDs for one. It's esports. So.
That's right. It's an esports product. It's gotta have LEDs.
Yeah. so there's that. We'll come up with more stuff. Don't worry. Later on. Nice round so far. Great triple from forZe. That'll shut the round all the way down. And again, I think they were setting up, in case they could get the bomb plant, they would have had a little bit of a chance to catch a rotation out here with the Tech 9. It's a good idea, but it didn't work out the way that they wanted.
Yeah, and it's also one of those things that just kind of looks a little bit silly when you don't even get a chance to put it into play. You're just like, why is this dork just lurking over here in the holes?
I need to point out that there's 2 people right now on the forZe side that have 0 kills. So that's definitely an issue. You want to change that really, really quickly at the moment. Jerry's obviously been playing really well. Shalvy's been there as well, but Norway and Kenzie both have 0.
Yeah, that's not ideal in any way. We'll see if they can pick it up here in round 8. Glaive in the window. Config rotating, gonna go support towards the B bomb site. Double jump out the window as well. One player, BlameF, underneath. Still this aggression, but this time the timing is completely different.
Yeah, Kenzie running right in there. Cracks open the connector, ready to go for it. BlameF hears it, and he wants to chase him down, but he must be so confused. Where exactly are they? Config and Sip will pick up a kill each. That's a great way to slow this down. I was going to say, he was really deep. He was all the way towards jungle, so he could have made a big opening. Sip, easy headshot for him to get, and he throws out a nade, lands right on top of Shalfie, and that'll soften him up for Config. Swings in for it. forZe, I don't mind when you slow down an attack in the middle of it. Sometimes that'll give you a lot of space on the T side to do it with, but it feels like when they slow it down, the Astralis keep running at them and just finding them out in the open, and so the slowdown isn't having the effect that they want. And sorTe's on his own right now, 1 versus 4.
Was this like a delayed Astralis like SWAT team out the window? Like they had some utility at like a minute and like 25 seconds or something like that that enabled like Blame F and Glaive to just jump out and attack different portions of the map?
Yeah, it might have been.
That's a really interesting way to try and pull that off. I might be just reading into something that I saw on the minimap a little bit too much, but it's a long time to try and save this AWP for Zordy. Has no idea where anyone is. And if he takes too much of a step outside of this doorway, he's going to go down easily to Blame F. And you're never, I was going to say, you're never chicken beneath you. He had the idea, but that's impossible to clear out. 7-1.
Tough times for the underdog team. 7-1. That's a nice and powerful lead. Let's just see. Yeah, Sip, he was ready for this one. And it's kind of a shame because they got deep into Catwalk, which is normally kind of difficult to do on the T side. But once you get there, usually it puts a lot of pressure on anyone who's actually anchoring that B bomb side. So
right.
they had some positions there that maybe could have worked out. Now we're going to see a classic B rush. Always good for one round, it feels like. Flashbangs are there. The Tech-9s are in, down on the low ground, fighting Conflict, but he's hitting some good headshots. AK-47, and he's not even really tempted to reload yet. He wants to go for more, and he's shutting it all the way down. Quad kill ready, but he does get denied the ace, unfortunately. Norway there to pick up his first kill of the game. And that is, I guess, better late than never. 1 versus 2 now. Going to try and relocate. A little bit of a jump over towards the bench. I think they might have already heard. And yep, they're looking his way. They've got the good read on it right now. And surely he's going to be gone any second now. Good shot right there, actually. Molotov is burning him, pushing him out into the fight against farLek. And he just gets shot in the face. That's unfortunate. It would have been so cool to see him win that 1 versus 3. A lot of effort in that round, but it's still Astralis who come out on top.
Yeah, it is, and that's, I mean, heartbreaking. That's the closest round forZe have had that they could have possibly taken in quite some time. So good win from farLek. Nice little clutch. And an 8-1 lead for Astralis. It's looking really good for them. And at least, as you mentioned a couple rounds ago, 2 players on zeros, Kenzie and Norway. They're both on the board. So got to be at least happy about that one. At least they're coming alive. Let's get some silver linings here.
Yeah, and we said it earlier with the Rain, right? We saw him make a cool comeback. Yeah. Sometimes some of those early kills just are the harder ones to get, so...
Yeah, Rain went off. He got stuck on 0 kills for like 10 rounds, and then he went nuts. Ooh, oh, a chance there for farLek. Narrow miss. As they screwed up the smoke, it's going to have to be a second one used much earlier than forZe would have liked.
They didn't even screw it up. It was Molotov to put it out, so... Oh, that's what you meant. Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
I get it. I understand. I was like, wait a minute. But yeah.
No, it's not their fault. Don't blame them.
I wanted to, but yeah, good move. Not a lot of time to get that flick in, but yeah, nicely done. Blame F will take down Kenzie farLek with the shot, and they are getting wiped out once again, even just trying to get close to the bomb site. I mean, they're getting in a connector, and they're getting up towards Tetris coming out of that A-ramp, but it's just not enough right now. Could tell that Astralis are here to try and win this game right quick. Blame F with 14-6. farLek at 12-2. That's a powerful spearhead right there.
Yeah, they're having no issues today. This Astralis side. This is clean so far.
It's possible, Jason, that forZe could really use that rage pillow that we were talking about.
Yeah, I think they might be our first sponsors that we sign on to it at this point. They might have to be the ones that give us all the initial Instagram content that gets the boost.
I think there's a lot of there's a lot to work with there. Maybe it has like a little microphone, and it just measures the decibel, and you can see how high you can
go.
How
raged you are, yeah.
Yeah.
And how much it calms you down. Well, it's gonna be worth the price point's gonna be it's an esports product, so it's got to be at least priced quadruple what it's actually worth.
I'm guessing $200 or $300 right there, like for a.
Okay.
I think that's got to be the entry point.
And then we'll probably have to like add like a zipper and a pocket onto it, so we can justify this zipper is used. You open up the zipper and your hand is a comfortable resting point as you yell into the pillow.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. Like almost like a baseball glove, kind of on the you can put your fingers in. Yeah.
Yep. And then we can sell like an actual leather version as well, like leather trimmings on it.
Yeah.
That'll be an extra $50
for $1,000 right there. So that's all right. We're working on it. It's a work in progress. We'll keep you guys up to date with how that goes. 9-1. if there is going to be a turnaround on this first half, it kind of needs to come right about now for forZe. I'd say at this point, I mean, 6 rounds obviously is the best they could do at the moment, which would be amazing. If that happens, then we're talking about a real turnaround. But at the very least, I'd say they need to get up to 5 just to have the baseline set in there, just to make sure they're not going to get completely wiped out if they lose the pistol in the second half. And right now, just every single fight everywhere is being won by Astralis. It's so ridiculous. Jerry with the deagle. He's getting a bit found as well. And Shalfi on his own. He's managed to lurk his way quite deep in here, but I don't think it even matters anymore.
These are the only engagements, these are the only fights that Zipex has really been part of. Outside of like that 1v3 has been like these random little lurks when there's no chance of the round being won. So he's got to be just so annoyed by that. He's just like, why is there always just one guy chilling over here? It's about to be 10-1. You know, all those if statements that we had to start the series, you know, if Zipex was going to show up, if Config was going to show up, if Glaive was going to show up, it's kind of happening. You know?
They're doing it.
They're getting it. Yeah.
Who could have known? We've been waiting for a while, I feel like. It's come to the point even where it feels like most people kind of, I don't want to say they've given up on the Astralis, but there's been a lot of fun like, well, they're maybe not the name to talk about in some of these tournaments, but yeah, I mean, this is a good look. We want to see them keep doing this, certainly now, but also against tougher opponents in the future. That'd be really awesome. 10-1. As you said, Cologne is right around the corner.
Yeah, Cologne's right around the corner, but they got to get through this bracket first. And remember, the winner of this plays up against FaZe tomorrow, which is pretty crazy to think about. So Astralis certainly has their work cut out for them if they are to go on and win this. They'll have to bring their A game yet again, 2 days in a row. Config only able to get the 1. It's a 2-for-2 trade in middle between Astralis and forZe.
Okay, bit of an opening, some potential. The bomb is unfortunately really far back, so Jerry will have to pick that up in transit to the bomb site. In the meantime, they take another fight, trade it evenly. That might not be so bad. I like the idea because they weren't spending the time on anything else. They had to wait for the bomb, so why not go and try and create even more space for it? I don't think that's such a bad idea, but once you trade it like that, still a chance for Astralis to upset the situation. forZe's going to go pick up an M4. BlameF is there as well in connector. The bomb has been planted finally for forZe, so maybe one of their best chances yet to try and get something done. They're kind of out of nades, and the same could not be said for Astralis. They have quite a bit. They can burn out that back corner where one of them is holding right now, and that would be a hard way to go when the other one, Kenzie's got almost no health yet. There's the deep grenade, and Kenzie, he wants to go for it, but they're just going to get shut down. The timing and the combination of low health and being stuck in a corner that's on fire is just, that's too much to handle. Nice retake from Astralis.
Yeah, what are you supposed to do? I mean, even the player from Cubby is trying to actually take that fight to give his teammates some chance to get out from behind the boxes, away from the Molotov, and he's just got no HP for that fight. This is domination, and if you think all the way back to round number 4, I mean, even that round I think was like a 5-on-3 for Astralis before the Shalfi flank came through connector smoke and got a double kill to open things right back up. So, I mean, there hasn't really been like 2 rounds that have been contested throughout this streak for Astralis. They've been playing just such a stellar CT side.
Yeah, this is a really nice show that they're putting on right now. 11-1, not a lot to criticize at the moment. BlameF hunting around down here. No real backup while he was doing that reload, so, you know, could have been a little bit scary if someone had been pushing from the other side, but they're winning everything all across the board. This round is already done. It's crazy. 17-6 on BlameF.
15-2 on forLeg as well. 14-7 on Config. Yeah, this is a crazy game. But also, like, forZe have been attacking exactly where Astralis wanted to. Like, we haven't really seen them emphasize the B bomb site as a team really at all. It's all been heading towards middle, which is where we know forLeg has been, where we know BlameF has been aggressive. Config has been there a couple times as well. They're going right at the main point of Astralis' defense each and every round.
Absolute madness. Config able to close out the round 12-1 in favor of Astralis. Just looking unbeatable at the moment. I mean, earlier we were consoling ourselves a little bit on behalf of forZe, saying, well, at the very least, the money's not looking that great on the CT side, but even that's not true anymore. They all have 10,000 or above, more or less, so I don't know. This is it could be one of the quicker maps we've seen in a while right here.
Yeah, this is like a speed run from Astralis, so it's pretty wild. Molotov out towards top mid. Config gonna wheel around towards catwalk. BlameF, who's got 17 kills, he's still over in the window. And once again, forZe positioned to come right at the mid defense, although they're adjusting it now. Into the B holes we go.
What are the best speedrun games, you think?
Super Mario 64.
Okay, I haven't seen any of those. Am I missing out?
I mean, it's speedrunning, so you're missing out to the extent of which you care about speedrunning.
I think it could be.
You know, yeah, it's fun sometimes. The only thing that always weirds me out is like, can we really call it speedrunning if they're allowed to use glitches? You know how they like do like the speedruns with glitches and without glitches? The glitch ones are crazy to watch.
Yeah, it's true that's hard to keep up with, but yeah, there are some where they don't allow it. I guess that's just a personal preference kind of thing. Yeah, I saw one Half-Life 2 speedrun with glitches that was truly insane, like absolutely out of control.
Yeah, I've seen that too, and like they're just they're like hot. You can see them like approaching different parts of like different maps, like through like the walls.
Yeah, and just bouncing all over the place. Well, ooh, nice trade, Shalfie. That's what we need. Chance here with the Deagles. They've done some damage already, although Blame if it's on the hunt, and that's the bomb that he finds. Oh, that's a big issue. Farley is going to be going down, so they're doing the damage, but the bomb is lost in a really awkward spot on the map. That's going to be hard to recover it from. You have to find a way to fight Blameth right here. Kenzie's right on top of him. I don't think anyone knows where the other person is. Oh, and it's going to be the drop there. Kenzie with the surprise on Blameth. And now there's a real chance, although Glaive is going to catch Jerry. The bomb is still going to be recovered, so there will be a bomb plant at the very least here with just 6 seconds to put it down. Not at all bad. We'll see if this could be another hard break as Glaive tries to go for the 1 versus 2 clutch. Out in the open already and taken down. Kenzie not at all afraid. That's one of the... This is a round where you say forZe should have never won it, but somehow they find a way to get that second round on the board.
Yeah, this time, I mean, at least the Deagles, they're at least trading kills in middle. Like, it's just constantly like a 1-for-1, and even when the bomb gets dropped. Zipic's only able to get the 1 here. Jerry has a nice shot. That's Sparleg going down, and obviously no way for BlameF to read that someone's going to be above and behind him. Nice win for forZe. They're second. Got to be happy about that one.
So probably a little bit late in the day to start doing some damage, but there's still a second map. You have to remember that too. So even if they're gonna have a hard time making a full comeback on this map, just getting everyone played into this game. Jerry and Shalfie, 10 and 11 kills respectively. The rest of them definitely need to have a much higher output right now to truly try to fight Astralis. We'll see. Farley on the other side, ready in case anyone wanted to peek that one.
Ooh.
Yeah, still ready. My favorite position right here. You shoot people, they fall back into the couch, but you have to actually shoot them, otherwise not going to be put to rest like that. Nice swing.
You have to hit the shot. It's the one trick with the AWP. Zipix, oh, nice blind opponent. It's BlameF to get that kill. Zip goes down inside the site, and Blame's got a whole new position. Config with the op is able to have a response, and all of a sudden, it's just lonely Zorti. 1v3.
Yeah. Your Counter-Strike opponents hate this one trick. How to shoot people with the AWP. All right, nice job. Gets down on the low ground. Fair enough. 13-2.
I thought he was going to hit that. I thought he was going to pull the trigger.
It did look like it, didn't it?
Well, I guess we're at the point of the broadcast, Anders. We do the classic. Man, is the Pisteron necessary?
Yeah.
It's just so important.
They need that and a lot more, don't they? It's gonna have to be a really wild ride for any kind of a comeback to even be close to possible. What a start for the Astralis side.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, they just picked it apart. I mean, some nice mid setups, some cool different ideas in middle that they were bringing out to play. So just like testing some new things they've been working on, apparently. But looking good, obviously. I don't think this is as much of a fight that forZe is putting up as we would like and as we know they're capable of. But still, you got to give credit over to Astralis for a strong defense.
Yeah, not at all bad. Well, here we go. Second half is coming up. 13-2 lead, and Astralis looking for a knockout explosion into the B bomb side, which right now is not that bad. Maybe Shalfie could turn around and hit some headshots. Otherwise, it's only one defender really inside of the bomb side, and he's getting overwhelmed. Glaive jumping through with the Glock. It's so hard to stop when they're that close, and you know there's going to be more coming right behind. So quick headshot, quick bomb plant, and they're in a lot of trouble here for the retake.
Peace. Config wants to get aggressive, and he's got one as well. He's going to keep pushing forward. Jerry's the next victim in his way, although hasn't spotted that yet. Config just going to back completely out. Continues to fight over at bench. This retake now finally getting underway as Jerry moves out of market. Quick 2 headshots for him, and all of a sudden we're on. Blame F tucked down and baiting, some would say, but he's going to stop the defuse, and he's going to win the round.
Oh, one more headshot. Well, listen, in the words of YNK himself, there's a thin line between baiting and teamwork, and Blame F for finding the right side of that. Perfectly done.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that was also designed. Remember, I mean, Config came back to him fighting at bench, and Blame was just crouched, hiding behind the bench, waiting for his moment. I mean, that was played just perfectly.
Yeah, you like to see it. 14-2, and
listen, even if you hard bait a teammate, there's like one rule that can get you out of any situation where you're baiting, which is if you win the round, it does not matter.
all is forgiven. You say that, but not if I'm playing. I'm not.
Andrews, you're the biggest baiter of all of them. You're the guy with the op and T-spawn for 45 seconds.
That's true, but that's why they call them double standards, Jason. It's not the same when I do it, obviously. It's just when people do it to me. Not even gonna make any excuses about that. It's true.
Well, this hole just got way deeper for forZe, obviously, with that pistol rod loss. Scout, FAMAS, MP9, and 2 Deagles is what they have to play with in round 17.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing is, eventually dig the hole deep enough here, then the whole mine is going to collapse on top of them, and they'll be out of the map. So can't go on for too much longer, surely. 14-2, and the shocking thing is there's not a lot of sign of life. I still think it's incredible to see Jerry at 14 kills, right? Like that's a lot when you're down 12 rounds, but it might not make a difference. Nice headshot, but Config crouched in there, ready for it. And over here with the Deagle, he's going to get one, but he needed a lot more than that. And this is still going to be impossible for Kenzie to get anything done. 1 versus 3. Might as well go for it. There's a chance for a really sick highlight here, but he's already getting caught jumping up. It's a good jump, good acrobatics, but Sip will catch him for a 15-2 scoreline.
Well, what can you say about this one? It's pretty much over. This is forZe's pick as well. They have the first map selection, and it's not panning out any of the way which they would have liked it. 15-2, they got to rattle off 13 straight. That's just to fight for overtime as well. So yeah, that's about where we're at.
There's no sexing this one up, is there? We just have to accept it. forZe are gonna have to, and they're gonna get a break between map 1 and 2, and hopefully they can use that to try and get themselves mentally back into it. Ooh, nice shot there with the Deagle as well. Jerry right on top. That's good. A tag to add to it. Sip low on health. forZe doing the best that he can here. You wish it'd be cool to see him hit those kind of shots when he has the AWP on top of everything else. Now it's Blame F in a 1 versus 5 with a lot of time. So at least he's got that going for him, but this should be an unlosable round from the point of view of forZe here. I'm gonna find early kill there on Norway.
It's just the way in my head when like the camera switches to Blame F as the last one left in the 1v5. I'm just like, man, Twitch chat's gonna go nuts with this one.
Yeah, he's ready for it. Oh. They're kind of, I don't know, it's hard to, they might just be mentally a little bit out of it, but coming in for this fight is one of the few ways in which Blame F could win it. Not to say that they have to be super scared of him, but just, you know, maybe don't try and fight him at an angle like that. Just let him come and get the bomb eventually. There's the shot from forZe. Nice round from him. Good triple for Jerry and double for forZe there. So 15-3.
All right, a little bit of a lifeline. Let's see what they can do with it. A few AK-47s picked up, and for the Astralis side, they've got to sit around out. They don't really have any cash to speak of. So, oh, that's an incredible Deagle shot to help get things started, even the follow-up as well. What a great round from Jerry. 3 kills with the Deagle.
Yeah, he's all over the place. Nicely done. But yeah, the fact that you have to fight your way back to try and get into overtime as well just feels absolutely miserable. But it would be funny if it happened, because obviously that'd be classic Astralis, you know, collapse story, which I don't know. We enjoy those two, don't we? When they happen. Yeah.
Those are pretty fun. Considering we had to watch like 2.5 years of them just dominating everything, it's nice to see them collapse once in a while.
There's always a chance. Right now, it's pretty far into the future, but
Yeah, it ain't happening here today.
especially not against the Pistols of this round. They're kind of running around, hoping maybe for some aggression, but CT side not giving them much of anything. Well, I don't really blame them for it. Just, even though this game is a 99% loss, just still, try and get everybody warmed up. Get a couple of people to join Jerry and the rest.
Yeah. We
That'd be
talk about
helpful.
that kind of frequently. That's sometimes like the only thing you can really hope for in any meaningful way is just to get people more involved, a little bit more woken up, and get the communication flowing a little bit better as well. So that would be maybe the only thing positive that can come out of this map for forZe. Astralis is really taking their sweet time with these pistols.
Yeah, why are they doing this to us? It's just they don't even have anything really special going on. They're just kind of maybe talking through, letting them linger in it a little bit, just being annoying for a minute. Yeah, they finally go, and it's a 3-second affair. They're all dead. They're all dead immediately. Wasting our time is what they're doing.
I know, and that's unforgivable.
Can't be having that, can we? But it's another round on the board again. I mean, it just puts a little bit of space between the ridiculous beating that they take early on. They get a chance now to breathe a little bit. Say, all right, we can win a couple of rounds here or there. Kind of keep it going. I don't think that's too bad. It's still a long ways away from an acceptable first map, but they're doing something to try and get themselves back into the swing of things. Salty's been picking up that AWP now, so curious to see if he's going to be quick with it.
Ooh, utility dumped. Here's the attack. Yeah, Glaive gets the opening kill again. One more Mac 10. Oh, they know his position. No, they don't. No, they don't. Wasn't called out. Oh, Norway with a nice double kill. The rest of this hit is so much farther back. It's so slow, and the op has the angle. Farleg is dead before he even knows it, but a missed shot will give him a second chance at life.
Config solo on health, and it's another headshot from Norway. That's not bad. Really incredible defense. I thought they knew where he was as well, and that could have been the end of him. They try and go for the swing, but farleg not realizing there's a second player there, and they're out of time at the end here. So even without that, they would have, I think, been in some trouble. Everybody from forZe had already shown up to the bomb site, and the bomb was committed. So nothing much they could have done there. So great defense in spite of the opening kill. That's usually terrifying if you're defending this bomb site and you get knocked out immediately. Yeah. That could have been the end of the round, but good stuff.
I mean, triple kill from Norway is absolutely massive. I thought for sure that Glaive had spotted him at some point, that Zip was going to turn the corner with the Mac 10 and be able to take out that position, but it was not to be, as we saw. So 10 more rounds forZe needs in forZe OT.
Yeah, they keep going. How far back do they have to walk this before we start to get nervous? What's the number of rounds that they need to get to forZe on the CT side before maybe Astralis start to sweat a little bit?
14.
14? No, come on. It's gonna be before that. Like, surely, I would say when you get up to around like 12 or something, I'd say there should be like a moment where Astralis is thinking, you know what, this could actually be really embarrassing if this doesn't play out.
Yeah, but I think the fact that they're at 15 is just like, all they need is one, you know? Like, it's hard to like get. I don't think you get nearly as nervous when you already have overtime secured. It's not a matter of nerves. It's just like can we please just finish this?
Yeah, but that's also why it'd be so embarrassing, right? That's the problem. Like, you're right. All it takes is one good entry, and that's probably it. If you can't even do that for pretty much 15 rounds straight or more, that's
this round, Anders. It's 16-6 win for Astralis. It's over.
Yeah, you're calling it now already?
This is gonna be the one.
I don't know, Jason. I don't know. Let's see. I'm secretly rooting a little bit for the full-on comeback, just because it'd be so funny, you know. I'm looking at Twitch chat. I'm waiting for the mood to change. Right now, people are just laughing, saying, "Good, great, like we got it. Don't worry about it." All the Astralis bettors out there, they're loving life, but I'm just saying, you never know. Oh, farleg's got it. Nice boost, deep angle to look over. Not going to catch anyone there. Well, they're going to turn it into a little bit of a run boost. Kind of a limp run boost, but
yeah, it wasn't great.
Got to be careful about that stuff. But they get into the middle anyway. No one is challenging them, really. Bomb is close to the top of mid, so we'll see if they can find something with that. Walking right into the AWP is BlameF. He's dead.
He didn't have a care in the world. Now the challenge is getting out or sticking around for the fight. Georgie looking for some over the smoke. He's got a second one. Oh, and off catwalk, the double up setup is perfect. 15-6. And it's looking like it's not going to be 16, but Glaive has something to respond with. 2 kills for him in middle, but there goes his teammate. So Glaive has to be on for the ace.
Yeah, trying to clutch it on his own. He's got 50 seconds. That is not a lot of time to try and get this done with. Let's see. Hoping again for a mistake. He'd love for someone to come peek him. It's going to be world of difference if he can make this a 1 versus 2 and try to find a way to a bomb site. But right now, he's just stuck and they're not moving. I think they were thinking about it. You can see Jerry is moving forward, but smartly they call a bit of a freeze and they just wait for him to show up. Shelfie with the final kill there. 15-7. What if you jinx them, Jason, and all the Astralis fans are just going to be in your DMs? What then?
Ooh. That would be a rough day, I think. I think it's all right. So, although I did expect them to win this round. I did expect it to be 16-6. I don't know. Think of how big of a jinx it would have to be for a comeback of this magnitude. From 15-2?
Possible.
I don't even think I have those powers.
No, you don't think so? Well, we'll find out. That's what we're here for now. I'm curious. Maybe there is a world. Let's see. Pistols on the side of Astralis. Setting up for just a regular execute. No real rifles behind it, of course, but doesn't mean it can't work. Certainly could get a bomb plant here. Challenging the smoke, that's kind of dangerous. That's the kind of stuff that get you into a little bit of trouble. They might be better off playing this as sort of a retake because they have all of the utility and all of the firepower. So they don't really have to fight for it. They get the kill on fire, it's a good start, and the bomb is miles away. What's happening?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The bombs are all the way back. Nobody brought it into the bomb site. Now all the smokes have cleared. There's nothing that Astralis can do except go all the way back to the B bomb site. At the end of the day, it probably wouldn't have mattered no matter what. But it does look silly. However, Glaive has the time perhaps to get a plant. Nobody's nearby, so at least he'll get the extra $800.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just pretend that they meant to do that, you know? It's a better story that way. And they're like, yeah, get faked out. And they're like, wait a minute. Tech9, 1 versus 5. It would be an epic way to try and win this one, but I doubt it. Hiding by the shelves inside of the market. This is good range for the Tech9, but 3 people are coming at him. I don't think this is going to happen. About to get shot in the back, too. They're checking everywhere. Goes for it. And yeah, there's a 4-on-1 fight in there. They're going to find him and take him down. So, nice attempt.
Nice attempt.
I don't know. I mean, Jerry's up to 23 kills. He is almost top fragging. He only outdone by Blamer for 24. How does that make you feel, Jason?
It's fine. I'm not worried yet. Like I said, I'll be worried when we get to 14. Until then, we're having a good time here. Astralis is just testing strats.
Okay.
Saving strats, testing them, talking them over.
Well,
7 more chances to close out Mirage.
We'll find out. Good start right there. Sip catching Salter in the middle, so he's down and out. And this time they've even brought the bomb with them, so it's a huge upgrade from the previous round. Pushing up those Jerry. Could be a nice surprise if you could find the timing. If you go, too early and he walks into this AWP shot, but if there's a little bit of noise on the other side of the map and Jerry finds the opening, he's going to have an interesting rotation through T-spawn, so it's worth it to set up like this. Middle all the way open, though. Nobody from forZe is anywhere near middle at the moment.
Oh, there it is. A little bit early, and he's lucky to be alive. Farlig missed a chance. He'll be upset and frustrated with that one. And that's going to force Jerry all the way back. Astralis in middle now started to make their move. Smoke towards top con.
What a disaster that could have been if he would have been found.
Oh, they're wrapping around all the way to the A bomb site for just like a standard hit out ramp and palace, which has already been cleared by Jerry. So they're saying, okay, you pushed up, you cleared this out, we're going to come right back at it, and you will never expect that. And they're 100% correct. Everyone has shifted away from the A bomb site.
Yeah, they don't at all seem to be ready. This could be a huge issue, especially with Jerry gone down. Oh, no. They needed everyone here. Now it's up to Kenzie. 20 seconds. That might be the only thing working for them here on the CT side is the time potentially running low. But when they're getting the kills, it doesn't really matter. Kenzie only good for the 1. 10 seconds here. And they're going to get the bomb plant on the other side. It's a nice headshot. Or it's not even a headshot. Just the deagle doing damage on the Blamef. But I don't think it's going to matter at the end. The bomb has been planted. And it is a 1 versus 3 here for Shelfie to try and do whatever he can. They know exactly where he is. They know that there's pretty much only 2 opportunities right now. So, Astralis, for all of the talk and the potential for some kind of a slip up here, they're not letting that happen right now. And it's going to be 16-8. A great victory for Astralis here. Really confident on the opening map. That's it's good to see.
Yeah, I mean, just dominant. Even with a little bit of that run back from forZe, like it